So, Happy New Year!
Cities around the world celebrated with fireworks and parties to ring in the new year. People in the Eastern Hemisphere were the first to bring in 2012. Asia, Sydney, and Hong Kong set the standard with glittering extravaganzas. The mood was more somber in Tokyo, but Dubai led the way in the Middle East. And despite financial crises, Europe spared no expense on the pyrotechnics. New York City's usual Times Square party featured Lady Gaga and Justin Bieber. Info Live would like to just take this opportunity to say thank you to our listeners and viewers. We have a lot of exciting and innovative changes on the Info Live website for the coming year, and we hope you will continue to join us. From all of us at Info Live, Happy New Year and Happy Holidays.
Vețe sovevanu, apa venit la căr, min hatim ha-shevanu.
Veteran singer Yaffa Yarkoni died Sunday at a Tel Aviv hospital at the age of 86. Yarkoni suffered from Alzheimer's disease in the past few years and was one of the most prominent and popular performers in Israel. Yarkoni began her career as a dancer. In the War of Independence, she was drafted to the army and later joined one of the first military bands. Her numerous performances during Israel's battles earned her the title of war singer. At the end of the War of Independence, she became active in the Israeli world of music. Throughout her career, which spanned decades, she recorded hundreds of songs in different styles and many languages, including children's songs and dance music. In 1998, on the State of Israel's 50th anniversary, she was awarded the Israel Prize for her contribution to Hebrew music. Hollywood actress Natalie Portman ended her latest visit to Israel on Monday after touring the Holy Land for almost a week. Portman, who was born in Jerusalem as Natalie Hirschlag, arrived in the country last week accompanied by her fiancé, Benjamin Millipede, and her 6-month-old son, Aleph. One of the goals of the visit was to show her new baby to her many relatives in Israel. During their visit, they toured the area next to their Jerusalem hotel, the King David, as well as the Dead Sea and Tel Aviv. Portman was often seen sitting in cafes in the Israeli capital. Portman visited Jerusalem's Machane Yehuda market and the Western Wall, where she placed a note, and finally the Oscar-winning actress left Israel on Monday and moved on to her next destination. Seven of the foreign ambassadors serving in Israel all speak Hebrew, which seems to help them create better ties with their Israeli colleagues during their service here. The first on the list is British Ambassador Matthew Gould, U.S. Ambassador Dan Shapiro, El Salvador's Ambassador to Israel Susanna Hassanson, Bosnian Ambassador Ivana Levy, Dominican Republic Ambassador Alexander De La Rosa, Denmark's Ambassador Lisolette Plesner, and last but not least is new Japanese Ambassador Hideo Sato. Some 50 ambassadors and diplomats arrived at a meeting held recently, took off their ties and jackets, and began battling with Hebrew.
I'm very proud to announce that this year, my government will give more than double its investment in Birthright. Over the next 2 years, we'll invest close to $100 million in Birthright.
Speaking to a crowd of 3,000 Taglit Birthright Israel participants from more than 15 countries in Jerusalem Wednesday night, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu invited young diaspora Jews to go back to their countries and tell the truth about Israel. The Prime Minister's speech was met with a standing ovation, with audience members energetically waving their Israeli flags. Netanyahu told participants, "This is your homeland. This is where the Jewish people forged their identity until we were kicked out. And then we did something no people have done in history. We refused to disappear."
Every minute. Forever, making us stronger, back into our home, just like a waving flag.